guys. Market's going to be crazy. We're going to be ready to roll. Let's open up Marby's here. Have that up. I'm glad you like the sub badge. I did promise you guys eventually I would get around to a sub badge. It's there. It's changed. It's ready. You guys do have new emotes as well, so be prepped on that. There are new sub emotes for you guys to play around with. I did add a couple. We had a whole bunch. I didn't realize that so many new sub badge emotes had been added, so thought I'd get in there this weekend and do a little bit of work and get you guys that. I'm hosting Warrior. What do you mean? Oh, that's super weird. I don't know why I was doing that. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Super weird, guys. I don't know why that was hosting somebody else, especially Warrior Trading. I didn't put a host on Warrior Trading, so that's a bit of a problem. Oh well. We're back. New emotes, guys. New emotes have landed, so you guys will be able to see in chat. You got sub badge there. We've got a dog shit emote. We've got a big brain. We've got a flex. We got a rocket. We got a diamond hands. All there, all new, all for you. Yeah, I am in Mara, guys. I do still have my positions from last week. Pretty excited about where things are going pre-market here. I'm not in SNDL. I am no longer in SNDL. I do hear that it is moving pre-market, but I am not in it, on it, around it, near it. I'm not there. I had an amazing time Saturday, guys, with all of you that showed up for the DD. Had a blast working with you guys on that. You guys check your Twitch. If you didn't get an email directly, check your Twitch messaging. I did send out the link for you to access the published journal. So you will be able to look at it, see it, and process it, which is kind of cool. So you should be able to do that. But yeah, those notes are there for you in your inbox. If you were a partner, again, guys, I will be sending that out updated every single month. So I will be closing down the publication that's there, scrapping it, creating a new fresh link, and that way those who stay subs get access to that trading journal over and over and over. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Are you still staying away from AMC and GME? Yes, the only holding that I have, guys, in GME, AMC, any of that stuff is my GME long dated put. That's it. It's the only thing. Huge shout out to all the new followers, by the way, guys. Tons of new followers this weekend, which was absolutely amazing. I had a blast with that. So thank you so much. If you are new, let me know how you found the channel, what it is you trade. Would be thrilled to hear from you on that. Hedge funds are trying to weaponize WSB with silver squeeze. Yeah, I'm not going to get into that. Oh, Martini gave me a shout out. That's awesome. Yeah, she's pretty awesome that way. It is pretty perfect for a Canadian streamer. That's true. Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, sub badges are there, guys, as well. We do have the new emotes that are available for you guys. Just a small little thing. I was able to put some time in to cover the to just do some improvement. Martini sent me. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right. So what are we watching today? Today, guys, I will be looking to take an entry into MNKKQ. I'm going to keep an eye on Zemetica and its price movement. Zemetica looks like it's heading for $1 pre-market here. I'm not sure when I'm going to get out of Zemetica. We'll gauge the run as it happens. Zemetica is not a restricted ticker on RH today, so that'll be pretty cool. Space space I can put up on the board. I don't have it currently. Let me see where we're at with space. So space, guys, we do have Kathy Woods. Holy crap, space is 47. That's crazy. We do have space, guys, with the Kathy Woods ARC ETF inbound. That's what's going to keep driving space up. Yeah, I mean, it's a meme stock in its own right, for sure. I'm glad you love those. What program am I using to view stocks? This is TD Canada Trust. So this is the Canadian version of Thinkorswim. It looks probably fairly different from the Thinkorswim that you're used to. Tilray, don't know about Tilray. I'm watching ACB and SNDL. SNDL did break $1 just now. So that's kind of interesting. I'm not sure if SNDL is on the restriction list. Does anybody have a link to the restriction list for Robinhood this morning? It's this one, right? So SNDL is not on here. Zomedica is not on here. Okay, so those are after people get into the market here and they get their shares of whatever they can with these meme stocks, guys. There is a fairly high likelihood that the ones that were on here that came off of here have a good chance of seeing some additional momentum. So that's what we're kind of looking at there. Redemption sending me something to look at here. Okay. I'll take a look at that in a bit. That has to do with the media play that I'm currently in. Definitely would. Thank you so much for the Prime Gaming sub. Any reason why you specifically took off SNDL? Yeah. My portfolio was overexposed to pot. I had too much pot in it. I had about 25K in SNDL, 28.5 grand in yeah, she crushed it. She's doing an amazing job with that. But yeah, guys, with ACB, I just had too much exposure to pot. Guys, a huge thank you, by the way, to everybody who is following. Let me know how you found the stream. I'm assuming that it's Martini at this point, or possibly Stocky, but you guys are phenomenal. You're welcome to hang out here. We are doing fundamental analysis, but I'd love to know what it is you trade. Yeah, so ACB, guys, I didn't want to have too much pot in the portfolio. ACB's got earnings February 11th, so this is a run up into their earnings. I am green on it this morning. Any thoughts on Afria? Afria should be good, actually, into the Tilray. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, those are the new emotes in chat there, guys, for you subs. We got a rocket, a diamond hands, a flex, a big brain, and a rainbow dog turd. So that's all there for you guys. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. And so what we typically do here, guys, pre-market is we do a round of marbles. Whoever wins the marbles gets to pick the ticker that we watch as we go into market. So let's get that up. Let's open up Marbies here and make that happen. I don't know what Vivid Battle is, but that's what we're going to do. I always play against you because I like the opportunity to pick my own damn stock that I watch. So we'll do that. Where do you start learning about all of this? I started trading last year, guys. I started with 2,200 in an equity portfolio last year. Was able to grow it to 50,000 in a year. So far this year, we're a month in. I did update the target, guys. Stream gave me the target of 500,000 for the year to take 50K to 500,000. As of last week, we closed at 119 grand in the portfolio. So last January was a phenomenal month. If at any point you guys want to know what's in the portfolio, I do a job. I try to do the best job I possibly can of keeping my portfolio updated on tip ranks for you guys. So you can always go to tip ranks and see how that's performing. Millennial motivator is daddy. Yeah, I try. I try. All right, I'm gonna join in too. We're gonna get this going. Make sure that you're in. If you're not in, oh well. Maybe we do a 500K to a million. We'll see. If you win, no, if you win this game, you get to pick the stock that we watch. You like the green maple leaf badge? Awesome. Yeah, it's a Canadian shamrock. That's what that is. It's a Canadian shamrock. Oh, you missed it. Next one. Next one. You just missed it. Yeah, I do. Smash, can you throw the reading list up there? I compile a reading list, guys, of all the books that I use to create my trading methodology. I put it together on Amazon for you guys. Every book that is on there is something that has taught me something about the market. I trade market psychology, so that reading list right there is full of valuable resources. Now, keep in mind, guys, that some of the resources in there are what not to do. Books like Ray Dalio's Principles is a book of how Ray Dalio is an overestimated, an overappreciated trader, where he has blown up 3 hedge funds to get to where he currently is, and his results really over time are not that fantastic. So that's what's there. There's lots of books on macro psychology. Of course, my all-time favorite that I'm always gonna have near is Culture Code. This one is massive for understanding how groups of people think and react. It's very little to do with stock market proper, but it has a lot to do with how people think and react. So that is largely what I trade off of. You're going to see that different from a lot of streams where people are talking TA, they're talking financials, they're talking candles, patterns, volume. I'm trading headlines. I'm trading groups of people and how I see large groups of people reacting to things. Um, isn't that funny that when you're reading the book A Whole New Mind at the beginning, you're like, I don't really get it. And then by halfway through, you're like, oh, I get it. And then when you finish, you're going to be like, oh, I've got a whole new mind. It's kind of crazy how that one works. Whole New Mind is one of the books on the list, guys. It has to do with understanding how your mind works and processes thoughts. And when you can understand that, you can actually hack your brain a little bit and program it to think in a certain way that's more productive to getting that end goal that you want. So that's there. Man, this one's kind of all over the place. People are getting really cucked in that ball back there. And we're heading into another one right here. Instigator 23 taking the lead, though. He is ready to roll on this thing. He's just crushing it. The book for this weekend that I read, guys, was The New Market Wizards. I know that I did Unknown Market Wizards in the past. The book for this weekend was New Market Wizards, and for the most part, it's a much bigger book. It was about 15 hours. I did get through the whole book. I did not find a large chunk of the book very useful. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I did not find a large chunk of the book useful. What I did find useful in it was the Zen section of the book. The purchase price of the book is warranted just for that Zen section. So for those of you who've never read a Market Wizards book, basically it's an author that goes around interviewing people who have actually traded the market, people getting killed on that wheel there, who have actually traded the market and had sizable proven success. And he asks them what their thought process is. How did you learn to trade? What is it that you do? In this instance, this book, there's a lot of people that said a whole bunch of different things, but Zen trading was very, very interesting. Where people, Yeski takes the win. Yeski, it's on you. Hello from Dubai. Hello, hello, hello. I am Canadian, not American, but huge shout out. Thank you for joining us all the way from Dubai. That's fantastic. Dubai and UAE and Saudi Arabia are two of the countries that I really have had on my list of places that I would like to get to once travel starts opening back up. I have some friends that have been to Saudi Arabia, some friends that have been to UAE, and it's been amazing. GXL with that gift sub. Welcome to the club, Yeski. Welcome to the club. You were here on the historic 1st of February, yeah. All right, Yeski, you get to pick the ticker, man. Whatever you want. That's what we're watching going in the market today. Rigged. Rigged. Do my after shares just convert into Tilray? Yeah, they will. They will. It may not be immediately. It may take an hour or two after the market opens on that day, but yeah, they will. Whatever you want. There's no limit. I'm not trading these meme stocks, but if you want to watch a meme stock, I'm more than happy to watch a meme stock in the market open. You won marble, so it's up to you. Hedge funds are rigged. I mean, we can get into the context of that a little bit, but yeah, it's kind of a blanket statement because there are hedge funds that are not multi-billion hedge funds that are only a couple hundred million. There are hedge funds that are smaller than some retail investors. So people are pushing silver. Don't have much. I basically have a $300 split into BB Naked and GME, but also have around $600 to invest. I don't know where to spread it. Yeah, guys. So for me, I made the option on Friday to pull back from these just because I didn't know what regulation was going to happen over the weekend. So I am not currently in any position with any of these beam stocks other than a long dated GME put. SNDL, sure. Yeah, we can definitely take a look at SNDL. Now, SNDL and Zomedica guys are both very, very, very interesting because they were on the banned list and now currently are not. So we'll go to the watch list here. I'll look at the pre-market volume. I am sorting by volume right now. That doesn't necessarily indicate a large price movement, but there is. What entry did I get on Mara? I have a 2015 entry on Mara, which is where it is right now. Pretty good. This is TD's advanced dashboard. It's like Thinkorswim for Canada. Yeah. Do you have any positions at AMC? No, I exited my AMC positions for a nice gain last week. So I'll show you guys real quick here. I did update the TipRanks portfolio over the weekend. You guys can always check out what's going on in my portfolio here. So, month of January done, guys. November 38.39%. December we were up 34%. And here we are. So January 111% on the portfolio. What changed to make you sell? Nothing changed. I wasn't sure what the regulators were going to do over the weekend. So for me, it was better to exit. Now, it doesn't look like much regulation has come through over the weekend, but it could have just as easily had massive regulations come out across the board. So I wasn't going to find myself in a place where that was there. The deciding factor to put Mara over Riot was Mara's investment into a second location and the amount of additional miners that they're buying now. They're recognizing that the currency is at a tipping point. Today is Biden's speech. Yeah, I'm not overly interested in what Biden has to say. I'm more interested in what Biden's doing. And until I see Biden actually getting some money out into the market, I don't really care. Just been in and out, but fairly beginner, I would say. Have a bunch of Apple stock, though, since 2017. That's awesome, man. You don't have to be an active trader in the market. I think that's something that is gaining a lot of hype, but it's not necessary. There are a lot of passive investors that do pretty well. So, do I have infos on TOBAF? No, I don't. Is BTNB and BTWN both Chamath? Neither of them are Chamath specs. BTNB and BTWN are the Richard Lee, Peter Thiel specs. Richard Lee is the son of the Macau mandate, the guy that built Macau up to be a massive casino resort, and Peter Thiel is part of the PayPal mafia. So he's done Affirm, he's done Palantir, he's done PayPal. Is there any update on MRS? We did not get an update on MRS, so I'm still holding strong on that. Big fan of Chamath and what he does. Slotus converting from a prime game to a tier 1. Getting the money, getting the skin in the game. Thank you for that, man. Huge thank you. Yeah, I mean, I've got nothing against people being greedy when greedy is good. I'm okay with that being in the market. I just want people to be aware that this will not last forever. So if you're trading this now, just be aware that you need to be learning and growing still. You can't just assume that you can always trade off of what's happening at the moment. So, but yeah, these are the current holdings in the portfolio, ladies and gentlemen. What's the difference between BTNB and BTWN? They are both Bridgetown Holdings. They are two different SPACs, so they're looking to acquire two different companies. Thoughts on Nokia? I think Nokia is a massive freaking company. AMC is running. So let's put things in context. When we say running, AMC is up to 1678. This isn't even near the all-time high. CIDM, can you throw out more info? It's a media company out of Canada. That's the play, is that I think media is going to need to be created as we come out for TV series. SLV selling off already. Yeah, it could be a fake pump or it could just be a pre-market pump for sure. I am interested in BB long term, but I will wait for it to come back down after this insanity. I guess also getting slapped in the face from the beginning will teach you to be smart with stocks and investments. Yeah, I mean, my policy since I started, so when I started with 2200 last year, my policy was to treat that as almost like a tuition, right? So I put 2200 in expecting that if I lose it all, at least I would learn how to trade the market off of that 2200, okay? And what I did was, as I progressed throughout the year, I would try things. People would say, oh, well, take a look at this or try this and do this. So I tried a whole bunch of different stuff. And if it worked, I kind of brought that in under my trading methodology. And if it didn't work, I scrapped it. So why are you in BTWN and not BTNB? What was your logic behind that? BTWN was the first one of the two that came out. So I was in BTWN ahead of time. For me, BTWN, because it's been around the longest, will be the first to get the announcement as to what it's planning to do. So, yeah, I've played BTWN in and out a few times now. BTNB only listed last week. That's correct. So honestly, my thought on what Peter Thiel is doing there, I think they're actually going to acquire two companies in Southeast Asia, and then they're going to merge those two companies. So they're going to SPAC both of them, and they're going to merge them together and create a single entity that is a Peter Thiel, Richard Lee mega e-commerce in Southeast Asia. I think that's what they're going to do, but that's really just conjecture at this point. Like, I don't have any facts. How far do you see ZOM going? I just don't know. It did shoot to 120, but we'll see. Um, so Zom for me, guys, Zom over the weekend I was okay holding because traditionally it does show gains over the weekend, but as well they do have an FDA approval coming up sometime before the end of March. So if they get their approval on their dog gastro drug, there's a very high chance that Zomedica just flies. So for me, I'm there. Thoughts on VXRT? Now, the VXRT is one that has come up in the past. Huge thank you, guys, by the way, guys, to all the followers. There's so many of you guys I can't shout out each one of you by name, but you all rock. Thank you for being here. Let me know how you got here and what it is you trade. I do want to get to try to know you guys as much as possible. I don't want to just be this massive group of people that are coming and going. I do want to get to know who you guys are, what you're trading, and how I can help you as far as education, which is what we do here. Full disclaimer, guys, before the market opens, nobody on this channel, whether you hear them on mic or you see them in the chat, they're mods, whatever. Nobody is a financial advisor on this channel. I do not offer financial advice. What I'm doing here is trying to teach you guys how to fish. So I show you my thought process and how I look for plays, how I put pieces together. And I hope that in doing that, you guys are able to see you guys are able to see, oh, this is how I go about creating my own trading methodology, and you guys trade off of that. Have I seen Elon Musk's Twitter bio? Elon. Yeah, he's talking about bringing Cyberpunk to life. That's crazy. Sorry, but VXRT. I did get distracted. My bad. VXRT. So, guys, with Vaxart, this is a biopharmaceutical play. I've pulled away from COVID plays. I don't really like COVID plays. I think there's far too many of them, and they are going to disappoint. However, when you're looking at a biostock to consider the value of it, go to their pipeline. Every biostock worth its salt will have a pipeline on their website. Go to it, and what you're looking for is something that is in phase 3. Um, they have nothing past phase 2. I would not be interested in this company in any way, shape, or form. Um, phase 3 is where the money's at. Okay, let's go back to the charts. We're about to get the morning bell. That should be the bell there. SNDL opening 101. Holdings, I'm up 800 on the day. but this is clearly freezing up a little bit because Zomedica is the only one that's showing any movement. So you do not like DGLY. I like DGLY. Their work with Royal Caribbean, their work with the NFL, I think that they stand to have some pretty sizable gains. AMC halted. I don't see a halt on it, but this dashboard, everybody's dashboard as we open up here is going to get insane. Absolutely insane. I don't suggest anything. I like Zomedica as a good play. I think Zomedica is a good play personally for myself. I would suggest that you do a lot of due diligence on it. Yeah, guys, that ticker that Smash Ice is, or that link that Smash Ice is putting there, these are the NYSE. If you go to NASDAQ trading halts, it'll actually have the NYSE ones as well. And it is not currently halted. No, it is not currently halted. So SNDL is retaining that $1 line, so that's pretty cool. Pretty solid that it's holding that nicely.
GME has been upticked.
Okay, so uptick, guys, means that if they're going to sell GME, they have to sell it at the ask, not the bid, which could cause. It's actually a pretty solid. It's a pretty solid way to deal with the restrictions on the platforms. It brings a little bit more stability to GME with not as many people able to buy the ticker directly. That the people that are looking to sell have to slap the ask. Is a way of maintaining some level of stability on that ticker instead of it just free falling. So SNDL coming back to that $1 line, but it does look like it's holding pretty well. Guys, what you have to keep in mind with SNDL is the average volume on SNDL is gross. So it, on average, it does 198 million a day. It's already at 196. So this thing has an obscene amount of volume on it already pre-market. AMC has already doubled their average volume for the day. They are at 16 right now. This is pretty typical of AMC movement. And this is one of the things that we were looking to see today, guys, was the fact that out the gate with the restrictions on retail investors, cost is halted, by the way. With the restrictions on retail investors on some of these platforms, what you're going to see was an initial spike as people buy the few shares that they're allowed to buy, and then there's no more buy pressure. It just hits a ceiling and it can't go. So then it's a hold game for the day. So AMC is coming down, SNDL is coming down, Zomedica is staying where it is. Again, SNDL and Zomedica, guys, are not on the restriction list, so people can buy it. It does look a little bit like Friday. GME 300, SPY 374. Cost is halted. Ooh, ACB fell. ACB fell. Yeah. 1140 to 1104. Just tumbled. There's a whole bunch out of there that people are using. The one that I've seen is shortsqueeze.com. Yeah, SNDL also fell. Yeah. Yeah. So SNDL, guys, yep. So it's showing that same downward price movement. I think that we see this bounce back throughout the day. TOS is super laggy. I think everybody's platform is going to be super laggy. I'm going to open up the scanners here, guys, and see what is the top mover. ASM, top mover, so silver. This is a silver miner. It's up 100%. Lithia, Load, Gatto, so another silver. Bio company, another mining company. Fun, that was the pump on the weekend. THCB, another mining company. Another silver miner, lots of silver miners in here, guys. There is a high likelihood that people are also hitting up silver ETFs, which is causing a lot of these silver miners to fluctuate with that. As far as volume goes,
Bear in mind too, the seasonality for silver is around this time. Most of the miners are around this time too because of the historically, not always, but historically, the market's always made its low around this time of year, and to hedge off that volatility risk, people go into the metals.
So, guys, there's nothing here that's surprising as far as the most active stocks. SNDL is typically on the top of this list. We expect to see Naked here ever since Zomedica has been on here quite a bit as well. Genus had been in the past, it's back now. The reality is, guys, most of these meme stocks, CTRM is one of the meme stocks, Nokia is a meme stock, Fun is a meme stock, Load is a meme stock, Genus is a meme stock. I'm pretty sure NAK, whatever that is only getting purchased because of Naked, and people don't realize they're buying the wrong one. Let's go to space. So when there's no chart like this, guys, it is because this just the sheer volume on the market right now, getting price targets on anything is taking a while. Yeah, you see this? Like the charts can't populate because it's thinking so damn hard. Imagine buying the wrong stock. Yeah, it happens pretty often. He's pretty loud, just to let you know. Okay, let me take it down a little bit. Hey, Redemption, can you talk again?
Testicles.
Is that better? You guys not losing your eardrums, hopefully on that.
Wait, I'm.
He's fine. Better. Okay, cool.
I was told.
Yeah, space is up 10%, guys. That's not terrible. This is hilarious. So this is supposed to be the spy, and it can't find the spy. It's thinking that hard. So we just need to let that kind of get a grip with itself. I'm gonna grab a water real quick, guys. I will be right back. Okay. I do see SNDL the meme stock. Yeah. Uh, Yeah, I think Clove is a really, really strong play, guys. CLOV, this is one of Chamath's specs. I think Clove runs to 30 by year end once we start getting into Biden discussing his healthcare plans. I think that's where we see that really, really, really run. Didn't a bunch of people buy the wrong Zoom? Yeah, they did. Instead of buying ZM, they bought ZOOM, and they ended up getting their teeth kicked in on it. So whatever Gatto is halted now. The other tool that I've been using other than is um, so this is showing us, we can sort by float short, GME, ATIS, Fubo, Naked, XL. I don't have a when this was last. Float short, anything over 30%. So Weibo, guys, is one that I did take a call on. It is up a little bit today. My GME puts are now green. I have leaps on GME. So I've got GME puts into January of next year. Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of people exiting Robinhood for sure.
I want to take my GME put, but the IV is just so insane right now. I can't.
I'm just waiting for the day with the big red dong. It's coming. I
Yeah,
don't know when it's coming, but it's coming. And on that day, that will be the day that I exit. I'm not going to wait for it to, like, I got a way outside the money. I got a $7 GME put for January of next year.
yeah. The IV is just still too high for my blood. Like I wanted a $30 uh, GME put either in the summer or somewhere next year, but there's still at least 300 IV, and I'm like, no, I don't want to.
Yeah, I was up last night when the CEO was on with Elon, and let me tell you, the dude reeked of bullshit. Um, okay, so I am up on Weibo calls, Baba calls. Actually, I think Baba's going to have a beast of a day tomorrow, an absolute beast of a day. I think Baba earnings are going to come in tomorrow, and people's understanding of what Baba is going to get rocked again. You're going to run with your SNDL profit. I mean, I never, guys. One of my rules is you don't go broke trading green, right? You don't go broke trading profits. You won't. It just won't happen. Okay, so what I'm going to look to do here, actually, redemption. I think I'm going to exit. Okay, I'm going to get out of this, this.
Make sure you do it in your US or
Yeah,
Canadian account.
yeah. Nice. Slow and steady. Slow and steady.
Oh, you saw my message earlier this morning with the CIDM, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm out.
Still can't believe I was like, wait a second, they have a parent organization. Why does it say California and the other one says Beijing? I'm like,
Okay, we'll just leave that, guys, for now and see what's going on elsewhere. But update the trading journal here for the day. Trades. Exit CIDM. Yeah, it's not that I don't like CIDM. It's that if it has ties to China, I just don't want to be in it. Still not there. Still not there. I know I could be, but I'm still not there. Exit CIDM, 20,000 shares at
I mean, like the time you got in and the time you're
dollar.
getting out, you didn't really lose much, right?
I'm exiting with 500 on it. I took gains.
Yeah. I'm still underwater from the initial shares that I grabbed, so I mean, like I like the seasonality of it, and I know the industry will obviously be voraciously trying to come back, so I'm not gonna bother. I'm comfortable with burning this cash.
Yeah. I mean, Zemetica, I'm not sad with that either. I got in at 92. I got out at 96. So is that a sell limit? Yeah, I took a sell limit on it. Okay, so that's two trades on the day, guys. Exit on gains. Both of those are winners. So now I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with. Well, I'm going to wait for the cash to clear on this before I just dive in. Do you mind talking to me about options? The Red, I can't really help you on options, my man. I am largely an equity trader. I dabble. Nice canine. I dabble in options. I don't play options principally. I play options a lot like I used to play equity, which is long out. So I am looking at my here. I'll show you guys. I think this will pop it up for you guys to see. Yeah. Okay. So this is my options portfolio, guys. You will see that there's a little bit of funds allocated for February here. So Weibo DGLY, BABA. But for the most part, I am into January of next year. That's where the majority of my holdings are. These are leaps. I'm betting on price movement into next year on these stocks, and I think that these are gonna happen. But I can't get into too much detail. Like I'm not gonna be able to get into Greeks. Martini is great for that. She trades options a lot more frequently. She can get complex with you. I just don't do options. Yes, I do have option holdings, but I mean this is a bit of a meme. Um, when all is said and done, it's a bit of a meme. Look at this. 9:30. Huntington awarded $175 million Navy contract. Ticker has not. The price has gone down on it since. Like, okay. But yeah, options is not my forte, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not the guy that you want to be hanging out with to try to better understand options. I'm an equity player. $10, at least 10. Thanks so much for all the follows. By the way, guys, just rocketing this morning. So huge thank you for that. Yeah, you guys are amazing. Let's see what's going on in the news. I do this every morning, by the way, guys, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. every single day. So then I dip and usually go hang out with Martini and her crew for the rest of the day. But I typically make my plays real quick. I'm in, I'm out, and then I'm done. Is cash clear yet? This is weird. So the buying power is showing it, but the cash is not showing it. Like these orders have been filled, but it's still showing that I'm holding these positions, and I am definitely not filled. Still there. So this is still thinking really hard. Yeah, when the SPY can't load, that's a bad sign. Cost is halted. No, it's not wrong screen. I'm placing an order. I'm intentionally not on the screen that you guys are looking at. Um, um, yeah, I'm gonna have to close this and reopen this desktop. My average on ACB is, I'll tell you when I reopen the desktop here. Naked's dropping hard. SPY is nosediving. Yeah. Nice, man. Take those gains. Take those gains. Can't go broke trading on gains. Yeah, ACB is no longer on the restricted access list. That's true. MRS, guys, has come up a little bit. The bid ask spread, this does not look sizable, but it is for a tiny stock like that. MRS is the unifier play. Yeah, ACB is off that list. This is really slow to update. It's kind of concerning me a little bit. Hmm. Okay, so I did get another 500 shares of Mara just now. Can you see my holdings? These are my holdings. Have you heard about Zynga thing from Kramer? I've not. Ooh, actually, that does remind me. When did I want to look at that? I wanted to look at ACRX. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to do today. That's what I wanted to do today. Bum, 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 bum. You could push GME to buy Zynga. What's the deal with BTWN right now? Is Tokepedia merger still on? We don't know. The account swapping is sketch. Always have to remember. What do you mean by that? Yeah, Revelation. That's definitely a middle ground that a lot of people live in. Yeah, you always have to remember not to buy in the wrong account, and that's why I'm slowing down as I'm doing my order entry for sure. That I want to make sure that I have the right tickers in the right positions. This is still not updating properly though, so like I'll go in here and I know that filled right now. I've got to increase my air position and I took on a GoPro position, Zemetica and CIDM. I have exited it completely. Um, I just don't want to do anything else. Why GoPro? Okay, let me show you. So GoPro is one of the ones that we identified over the weekend, guys. GoPro, if you go back, so they do have earnings coming up. Their expected earnings date is the 4th after hours. Okay. We go over here to their summary. So speed drone adoption, there's new rules coming out with that are going to allow for additional purchases. So drones are a fast growing market. With the new rules, people are able to actually figure out what they can and cannot do. But as well with GoPro, the news that caught my eye was they listed numbers on their December sales ahead of time. So the play with GoPro is GoPro had their subscriber count exceed the 670,000. The CEO actually said over 700,000 subscribers that they have on their GoPro subscription, which is a record for them. That's an all-time high. They've never had numbers that high. That came alongside people buying GoPros for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So my thoughts are that they have completely crushed their Q4, and they have a really solid subscriber base, which is always great for any company. It helps you spread and draw out that Q4 earning all throughout the year. So it's kind of a really, really solid play. I'm not sure exactly where GoPro could go, but I think that there's a good opportunity for it to go up. It's not all-time highs, but all-time highs would be around that 15, 16 mark. Oh no, I lie. If you go back far enough, it was up around the 80 mark, 75, 80 mark. But in the last couple of years, the highest that it's gone is kind of that 15, 20 range. Did you buy MNKKQ? I have not yet. I haven't been able to get into it. My dashboard is giving me one hell of a time this morning. So I don't want to make a ton more purchases. I think the buying power here is accurate. Okay, so the cash cleared. GoPro's there now. Mara's there now. It looks like it's finally catching up a little bit here. Bump, 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 bump. It is finally clearing. I just want to see if I can get an order in, guys. I know I'm not on the screen. No, it's not the wrong screen. Whenever I'm on this screen, guys, and I'm talking the stocks, it's usually because I'm making an entry. That's usually what's happening. Okay. And the reason is I do that so I take the entry, and then afterwards I'm happy to tell you guys that I've taken the entry. But I don't want to get front run, and I don't want to be bidding against people. So that's kind of where I'm at there. 989. Just 2 seconds here. Let me pop up real quick.
I gotta. This is basically Lost Porn. Are you guys ready? Okay.
Hello.
Hey, Millennial. I was going.
Hi.
Let me through. Everybody, this is Millennial on the mic.
Hi, everybody.
He's a creator. Even though he's more focused on making money at the moment.
Who isn't focused on making money? I just want to make sure that you got.
Do you blame him?
Yeah, you can't blame me. The DM that I sent you there's a couple. Gonna make some movements. It's this, so 900. Let's slap the ask on the entry.
Oh my god.
All right.
Can you explain?
So cool.
Can we oh god. Can we talk? I know we talked about it, but
What? Yeah, Redemption sent me something on CIDM this morning that says that they are not actually based out of Canada. They are actually a subsidiary of a company out of Beijing. So I'm out.
Oh, you kidding, dude? Oh yeah, my god, I went out.
Yeah, I'm out. And then
I went out.
My thought process on GoPro is this, guys. I went looking at GoPro. I know everybody's forgotten because of this insanity, but we are in the midst of earnings season. That's still happening. Like, that's still a thing.
Yeah.
So GoPro has their GoPro has their earnings Thursday, I believe, or Friday after hours. And I went back to look at GoPro, and they had all-time record highs on their subscriptions back in December. They announced that ahead of time. So they had over 700,000 subscriptions for their GoPro cloud storage or whatever. And I think that that's an indicator of how well they performed on unit sales as well. Yeah, it's Thursday after hours. So I think that they probably did phenomenally well on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, given that they are already announcing that they had record high subscription numbers. So I think that they are going to blow it out of the water on Thursday in a big way. So I'd like to get in and gauge that theory, I think. So that's my thought process is all.
All right.
Okay, I'll be back later. No, I'm back. I'm not gone. I'm here. The market is crashing. Guys, one thing that you're not going to see me do, and this is something that I've really been kind of trying to get my constant mindset to be, is I am not going to Chicken Little this shit. I'm not. It's spiking on a pump because sugar or silver. I'm thinking sugar because there's a commodity shortage on sugar and coffee. Silver is currently being pumped in a big way, is all. That's a Wall Street bets kind of thing. Yeah. DGLY is dropping today.
Wait, did you
Or
say a
is that?
sugar shortage?
Yeah.
Oh my god. God damn it. Remember how Rita said I was really, really early to shit?
Yep.
Remember when we were talking about coal and sugar and stuff like that? And yeah. God damn it.
Do we have an earnings date on DGLY yet? They have not confirmed an announced date. They beat on their last earnings. They beat on their last earnings. The offerings killed it.
Oh fuck. God damn it. Remember how I showed you this one company, it was like mostly food and sugars and stuff like that, but it's mostly just like it was a pharmaceutical food company and all that sort of stuff. Look at DAR from mid to late November till now. Holy shit! Look at that run.
Yeah, just give me 2 seconds. I'm taking a position.
All right, I'll be
Son of a
back.
gun!
Actually,
I rushed it. I rushed it, didn't I? Shit. Oh no, I did it. Okay, I got it right. I thought I bought in the wrong account again, but I did not. I'm good. Okay. Um, I did that one on screen. Yeah, I wanted to get in right away because I'll show you what I saw off screen. Here's what I saw off screen. So, they had a registered direct offering on Tuesday the 12th. They sold 14 million shares at 280 and acquired 40 million. Closing date is today. So there's a good opportunity that this offering here at 280 is more indicative of what the price should be. And then on top of that, they received a multi-year upgrade order from Pickerington Police Department for its complete up body order, yada yada yada. So they got another multi-year order. So their orders are starting to come in with the police here, guys. And this was the play on DGLY for me, is that we could expect to see something like that. 10:15 a.m. is the second surge. Yeah, 10:15 to 11, we can expect a second surge typically. I think Spotify is going to move into earnings strongly. Couldn't you just get DGLY? I am. I just bought DGLY on the dip. So let's go into this. Let's go to tip ranks. Smart portfolio, my holdings. Did I buy or sell DGLY? I bought DGLY. DGOY is going to be a longer play, I think. What I'm trying to do, guys, is make it so that I only really have one super short term play at a time on the go. So GoPro would be kind of my weekly play that I'm looking to take advantage of. Mara's a bit of a long hold. ACB is a weekly play. BTWN is a long hold. DGLY is a longer hold. So right now, I really ideally only want to have 4 major positions. However, I have split my 4th position between DGLY and GoPro. Technically, it should be split between GoPro and ACB because these are both earnings plays, but ACB is 2 weeks out. GoPro is this week. But yeah, I think DGLY does quite well on their earnings. BTWN, I'm happy to hold forever. Mara, I'm happy to hold forever. Wall of text incoming. Look at AMTX again, 15.8. You have any books on? There are some psychology books that might be helpful to you. They're not specifically about options in the market, but there are some psychology books on there that will help you with that. Especially Malcolm Gladwell's book, I think, is going to be especially helpful for that, of programming your mind to make plays when you want, not off of like a gut reaction, not off of I gotta do this. Instead, you program your mind to work in cue with your body. So when your mind has thought things through and you know something, that knowing something supersedes a gut reaction of like, oh, do this right now, right? So take for example when we fall, right? What's the difference? Why can a child fall out of a tree and be relatively okay, right? They're fine, and yet we fall out of a tree and we probably break a leg or an arm. The big difference between the two is if you know about falling, the best thing that you can do when you fall is to actually go limp, right? If your body goes limp, it tends to just take the impact a little bit better, and you're not going to get hurt, right? Because baby's bones are rubber. That's why I didn't say baby. I said a child, right? So picture somebody who's like 8, 9 years old. When they fall, they don't tense up. They just like fall. Okay. Well, there is something to do with the weight too. But when adults trip and fall, even when adults trip and fall to the ground, what we do is we tense up. And that tensing up, we're tense like this and you hit the ground, there's a good chance that you're going to break. Now, psychologically, you know that, or up here intellectually, you know, I shouldn't tense up when I fall, but your gut goes, oh, I'm falling, and you tense up. What Malcolm Gladwell's book on that list is about is learning to get those two things in sync so that you do the right thing that you know is the right thing, and that's the instinct that you have. Sundial's paid for your bills the last 2 months. Love those spikes and dips. SNDL is a weekly play. Yeah, there's a lot of people that play SNDL up and down, up and down, up and down. So no faulting that. I wish I could have got into MNKQ when I wanted to. It doesn't seem to have happened for me, which is unfortunate, but even at 51, I think this is still a steal. Oh, they won't let me trade this. Okay. Well, that's a no-go then. I can't trade it. Vix is climbing. Cool. Best thing for me is to land on my head because I'm a meathead. It is. I'll show it to you here. Oh, it's not Malcolm Gladwell. No. I got that wrong. This one. Peter Hollins. It's this one. Neurodiscipline. Yeah, me too. Especially after Elon was so bullish on Bitcoin, I was expecting this to be a lot higher than it was. But again, as insanity ensues and people take gains, AMC gave it all back. That makes sense. That makes sense. Once that buy pressure is gone, you'll see another little pump here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. We do typically see that, so expect to see a little bit of that. See what's going on over on StockTwits today. It does change, yeah. So with ACB, for example, ACB I'm going to play up to earnings, but not through. GoPro I'm going to hold through. Yeah, Mara on the dip. I also bought additional Mara on the dip. Yeah, no, it's Neurodiscipline by Peter Hollins. That's the one that I was referring to. Um, and I guess I can change this because I didn't actually trade that today and make that into this because that is what I'm trading today. Okay. Yeah, but I mean 33.4, that's not bad. Again, guys, does Bitcoin need to appreciate in value in order for Mara to increase in value? No, right? So they're holding that underlying asset. So they bought $150 million worth of Bitcoin at 31K. So as long as Bitcoin's above 31K, that 150 million that they bought is green for them. That just sits there green on top of what they are currently mining and holding, which is green. And then they are building additional mining firms out there, which is causing them to acquire more Bitcoin, which is green. So really, even if Bitcoin depreciates in value back down, so long as it doesn't fall too far below 30K, it's going to be pretty nice. So Bitmain ships 4,000 amp miners to Marathon Patent Group. So the current mining fleet consists of 2,500 miners. The company has purchased 100,000 miners. So when people ask me why am I so bullish on Mara, they've purchased 100,000 miners, and they're running that out of 2 locations. So it's going well, man. It's going well. 10-15 surges here, awesome. Yeah. So a lot of mining power on the way for them. Is it snowing by me? No, it's a blue day out there. It's cold as all hell though. I think we're negative 36 with the wind chill today. It's cold. Why BTWN and not BTNB? They're both good. I just got into BTWN first because it dropped first. BTNB only dropped last week, and I didn't have funds available to get into BTNB. If you look at the churn and burn strategy that Martini and I are doing, she actually holds both in there because she had capital available to get in. So BTWN and BTNB, we've got holdings in both. Yeah, negative 36 Celsius. Yeah, so I think that's ultimately it, guys, with Mara. For those of you seeing this, they have 150 million in Bitcoin that they just purchased at 31K, so they're holding that on top of whatever they've already mined already, and then there's 100,000 miners that they have on the way. So, according to publicly available Bitcoin profit calculators, if all the miners that Mara had purchased were deployed today, so they were up and running at full capacity today, and Bitcoin's price was roughly 30,000, they would produce 55 to 60 Bitcoins a day at an average cost of 4,500 a Bitcoin. So it would generate approximately 50 million in revenue a month and 43 million in gross profit. So 43 million in profit, right? 43 by 12. They're going to be pulling in 516 million in profit. That's after cost. Okay. So let's go to Mara and look at their revenue. Revenue 2020 is expected to be 4 million. If this calculation is correct, even this calculation here of it being 160 million is on the low side, right? It's probably closer to 250 million that they look to produce in 2021. Gpro is running. Yeah, it's up nicely. Got a really nice entry on Gpro. Pretty happy with that. I think it is going to continue to run actually into its earnings. No, Lysiana, they will have all of those miners up and running by April. For Mara, no, Mara is a long hold in my account. Mara is something that I plan to keep. I'm not going anywhere on Mara. I think Mara by end of year has a really high opportunity being 60, 80 bucks. So that'll be a Q4 cash out for me. I'm looking to go triple on it to turn 30K into 90K on that. Holding to Q4 smiling. Anybody that's been around for a while is laughing a little bit because every time I say I'm holding to Q4, they swing in tomorrow and I've sold my Mara. And they're like, what the hell? You said Q4. And it's like, well, yeah, but then I needed capital for something else. So I sold the winning position and moved elsewhere. You know what I mean? ACRX Q4 is a play. Yeah. I mean, tis what it is. Come at me. I really think MRS is going to have a massive year, so I'm okay with where that is. DGLY is green for me right now. I'm actually laughing in a big way about DGLY because this is great news for them. They got a positive news catalyst and they went down, which is like, what? What? LIC is another one. Yeah, LIC is another one. Thoughts on Nokia? It's too damn big. It's too damn big. I played Nokia last week. I exited on a gain, but I was still very disappointed with the performance. Nokia is just too damn big. Too big, moves too slow. Not a fan. I'll be right back, guys. Yeah, and I mean that seems to be a bit of a rinse and repeat.
Millennial, do you have that link to the sugar shortage or whatever?
No, I don't. Here, I'll put it in. Put in the stream. For those of you that are interested in sugar shortages, there's that longest rally in 14 years on sugar with the expected downsize to sugars.
Thanks.
No
It was.
problemo.
I totally forgot it was the summer. I was reading up about this and how the USDA supply and stuff like that. I think there's going to be a shortage because they're just not harvesting it. God damn it. All right, hang on. I got to pop up and tell Rita this.
What type of desk chair do I have? This is just an old chair that I found on Facebook that I thought was comfortable as shit. I wonder what the short interest on GoPro is. I want to make sure that this isn't something that's showing up on a short list somewhere. That would be unfortunate because that's not what I want to trade GoPro on. GME is nosediving. I mean, my puts are still kind of sideways on them. If DGLY closes 40 million shares at 280, this thing is going to freaking run. And it's supposed to do that later today. This is nutty. Nutty, nutty, nutty. RIP GME. GME 230 and falling. We don't have DGLY earnings. We have no knowledge of when DGLY earnings are coming in. Say that again about DGLY. Yeah. So the news here on DGLY, guys, there was two. One, they got an additional order in, a multi-year order from another police precinct. So that's good for them. We're seeing that police are starting to buy up on the product. Remember, guys, they also have an agreement with RCL and they also have an agreement with the NFL. So as those come back, that will also be a thing for them. Their ThermoView could very likely get a role at NFL wide, not just the teams that they're affiliated with. And then this came in on Friday. The DGLY was looking to raise 40 million through a share sale. Now, the headline here has people losing their mind of like, a share sale, that's terrible. Oh no, it's a dilution event. There's more shares out there. Okay. Typically, I would agree with you, right? If it was an at the money offering and they're dropping another $40 million of shares out there, I would agree, right? However, and this is a big however, this is a institutional offering, so they're offering this directly to the institutions. It's 14 million shares at 280 a share. Okay, the current share price of DGLY is anybody? Bueller? Anybody remember DGLY? What is it at right now?
Was it
253. 253. That's a Mayor Bear. That's an estimate. Yeah, it's 250. So they're selling 40 million shares at a 280 share price. Where do you think the price on this is going to go? Right?
Also, Rita wanted me to tell you that she can't get out of her CIDM because brokerage
Yeah, she told me.
issues.
She told me. Can't fill anything. My fucking orders are just sitting there. Fuck you. That I can trade. This is not America. No, this is Canada, baby. But yeah, it could go. It could go to 279, sure. But 279 for me is 30 cents. That would be like 15% that I take on that trade, right? This is where people want to get into market cap with me, but I just don't get into market cap and what percentage of the shares is this total. I think if news drop that they sell $40 million at 280, the price moves up on momentum.
I mean, here's the thing. I never understood why everybody always says market cap this, and market cap that. Look at GameStop. Do you think that current market cap reflects what the company's actual market cap is?
Right. Yeah. This is not reflective market cap, guys. I know that I kill a lot of people when I don't calculate market cap. The reason why I don't do that is because price movement is king at the moment. If things move, things move. Look at holy crap! Look at GoPro. Go, baby, go! Okay, this time I'm on the wrong screen. Now I'm on the right screen. Go, baby, go! Forget getting into Gopro now. That ship has sailed. I never looked at market cap. I never looked at market cap. I never have. And it drives people insane that I don't look at market cap. I look at the news and I say, okay, is this going to move the price up or down, and how much? How quick? And I think that a price move on DGLY up above 1060 or up above, two. I'm getting a whole bunch of tickers mixed up at once here. Yeah, two. Up above 260 is certain. So we see it head to 260. And then I think that as people who have been watching this already, because this is on a lot of watch lists from the riots and the protests, then it goes further, right? Because it's starting to pick momentum up, and it could head towards the 270. Where people will start to slow down is if the news was a 280 sale, they'll probably start to slow down towards that 280 mark, which is fine because ultimately I'll probably be out around there at some point. Now, is DGOY a great long-term hold? In my opinion, yeah, there's a lot of opportunity. It's tied to the cruises coming back. I guess I need to get like a rip icon, don't I? You guys tell me, what do you think? Rip icon. What do you guys think is a decent rip icon? Let's make a rip icon. Don't know if we like the tombstone. It's dead, Jim. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Have you made any money on Doji? Zed's dead. GME is done. Let's check my put. My put is going down in value. Le meme, le mouais. It's halted right now, so it won't populate. But yeah. I mean that's difficult for them to do, right? It's tough for them to get back into GME. This is why I took a long dated contract, guys. This is why I took a long dated contract. Okay, need a rip logo. Need a rip logo. What are we gonna go with? Oh, we could do the poison thing, right? Like a skull and crossbones. Something like that. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, Saturday, guys, I will be every week. I'll be doing those weekly recaps where I break down how the week went. We look at the upcoming week. We do some strategy, some breakdown. Typically, it's from 1 to 4. Ooh, a dead bull, dead cow. I mean, we could do these. We could do like a cattle head like this. We could do. We could do like a steak. We could do Bernie Madoff. Something with a bear. Angry Bear? All right, I'm seeing two. Either Angry Bear or Cattle Skull. And what we'll do, guys, is we'll leave it to a poll. We'll do this. So one of those two. I'll put a poll up in chat, and we'll decide it the democratic way by vote. Okay. Bull or bear will be the vote. Vote will decide. That, Sean, you won't be able to see it. You won't be able to see that detail. It'd be too small. It's looking like the bear is probably going to take this one, guys. Bear it is. Bear takes it. Okay, so we go here. We're going to bring this in the middle here. Do 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 do. Okay. Content preferences, viewer rewards, emotes, upload. Okay, I'm gonna make it oh boy DJ for oh boy Dead Jim. Let's upload that. All of you subs out there should now have the Dead Jim capability. Am I in AMC? No, I'm not in AMC Fury. Nope. That bull is trash, though. That's not fair. I could have found a better bull. I mean, maybe. But you guys should be able to do it now. Oh boy, DJ. No? Why isn't it working? No, I couldn't get into Malincrot. Okay, so it might take a little while for that to get approved then. I may be a liar. I see it, though. I see it. Yeah, it's not in yet. But that will be there for you guys. Yeah, I closed AMC on Friday, guys. I didn't want to run with this. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. Oh, there it is. Rosemouse got it. Now it's working. Small J. Getting wrecked on ACB, bad entry. How bad is it for me on ACB? Yeah, I'm down 1,400 on ACB. But again, ACB is a hold into next week on earnings, so I'm not really sweating balls on that. Timing is a big thing, guys, right? Timing is a big thing, and I like to stick to my strat once I get into a play. I'm not trying to marry the position, and if it does really go against me hard, and I don't think that there's any chance whatsoever of recovery, I am going to get out of it. But I mean, look at BTWN, right? It's a $26,000 position, 26,500, right? Typically, my rules of get out at 10% should be in place. I should have exited this position and got back in at a lower price. However, it's Peter Thiel. So for me, like if I hold BTWN for a year, is that worth it? Yeah, because I know that Peter Thiel is going to deliver, right? So for me, that's worth it. For you guys, you have to come to your own decisions, but for me, that's worth it. Looking at Bitcoin, I'm down $1,000 on my Mara position. But again, we just looked at that. How confident am I that by April that Mara position is going to be worth a mint? Very, right? Yeah, very. You're in ACB at 530. That's amazing. I've got 1140 average on ACB. I'm still very confident with ACB into their earnings next week. Is the 10% both ways? It is not. No, I don't cap gains. I get out of gains whenever I feel I'm ready to get out of gains. Yeah. So SNDL is still floating that 96. GoPro 1034 had a nice little run, a little bit of a pullback. It's kind of stabilizing where it is. What do you recommend trading crypto on? I don't recommend anything. I personally trade crypto on Mara. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that are getting that fatigue of GME and AMC as well. That's definitely something to consider. Space is up, SLV is up, IPOE is up, Zomedica is up, AMC is up 3%, but it's giving back most of its gains. And this fall off is what we're expecting, guys. When you've got restrictions on the upside, expect to see a fallout like that. BTNB, kind of sideways. SPY, again, not really crushing it. Yeah, Zomedica did all right this morning. I took my gains and got out. SHG is down. Apple, iPod, Kodak, BTWN, and then the big losers are Cost. Cost is down 40%. GME is down 25%. ACRX is coming down to that $2 line. Ooh. Naked is dead. I don't even have Naked on here. Naked's down 9. Mara's down 5. ACB's down 2 and 3/4. Fury brother, are you able to hear me on mic? I'm just wondering if you can hear me. I did answer your question about crypto. I trade crypto on Mara. I don't trade crypto directly. I don't trade the asset. I trade Mara if I want to trade crypto. You're out of Naked, yeah. Have I heard of MOE? I can take a look. I have not heard of it before now. I don't see anything on MOE. I don't see a ticker. Ah, not sure why it's sending twice. Neither am I. MOE doesn't come up as a ticker for me now. I don't see it. No, nada. Niente. I'm going to clear CIDM off the board here because I'm not going to trade that again. Just want to make sure not to have things on here. I'm honestly, guys, I'm done with costs. I'm done with GME. Those don't need to be here. Naked, I don't need that there. Hey, babe.
Were you unsuccessful making your own coffee?
No, I made one. Yeah, I went down and made one.
It was on a weird setting.
What was the weird setting?
And the water was full the way it shouldn't have been.
No, I made one. I made my own coffee. I did.
Did it leak all over the place for you?
I don't know. I said it and told Charlie to bring it up for me. I'm getting exposed. Can you imagine? My wife thinks I can't even brew a cup of coffee. Honestly. She's not wrong, though. I'm completely useless without her. Don't. I wouldn't, Kuza. That's a losing bet, sir. That is a losing bet. Millennial brings home the tendies, Kuza. Rocket isn't the only thing that goes up. Yeah. SNK. Nice. Flex. I'm glad to see you guys are using those new emotes properly. All right, guys, we're in the last 20 minutes here, and then I'm going to go cut the stream. I do stream from 9 to 11 for sanity purposes, but I will be hanging out with Martini on stream, so you guys will have that there. But we got 20 minutes here. SNDL is going back for one again, which is pretty cool. Let's check the scanners here. Not a lot of halts today, which is very, very interesting. Not nearly as many halts as we've seen in the past. Load. It looks like some of these meme stocks are coming off here. I'd like to go over to Twitter actually and see what the response is on social to this. Semetica's $1. Nice. Do I think SNDL will do another offering? I think SNDL needs to stay above the dollar line in a big way. So let's look at GME here and see what kind of tweets we're seeing. It's partially that. It's partially the restrictions that you can only buy one on the upside. I don't like that people are hopping on pumping GoPro's the next GME. That's not really what I want to have happen on GME. I'd rather they stay or GoPro. I'd rather they stay away from GoPro, personally. It's not that I'm opposed to gains. It's that I would rather it goes on my FA than on their hype train. You know what I mean? Yeah, Red. I hang out in Martini's chat pretty much all day. But to be on stream like this limits what I'm able to do as far as being able to just get up and go help with my family. We do homeschool 8 kids. So there's that. Trying to keep the house quiet for more than 2 hours a day isn't really reasonable, right? Martini does FA trading as well. She is a qualitative fundamental analyst. Or she does qualitative fundamental analysis. She's an analyst that does trading very similar to what I do. Um, yeah, 8 kids. Yep, 6 girls, 2 boys. But my wife trying to keep 8 kids quiet for more than 2 hours a day, I don't think is reasonable. So I don't put that burden on her. But I do hang out with Martini because I do need to be in the market throughout the day. So I am on there to do that with you guys. So yeah, to all you guys that were massive on the subhype train this weekend, huge thank you. You're keeping the kiddos fed, clothed, and under a nice warm roof up here in Canada. So you guys are doing a great service. Greatly appreciated. 8 kids. Yep. 8 kids, bear. Yeah, no. But yeah, that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean, Smash. You're keeping me sane so that I can keep providing for my children. Turds. That is an excellent question. So, how do you deal with your closed positions where the ticket price goes up after you've already sold? Does this change if you've closed on a profit versus a loss? Okay, so when I close a position, what I do immediately is head over here and I wipe it off my watch list so I'm not staring at it. So I wipe it so I'm not looking at it and I'm not arguing with what's going on. Now, as far as closed orders here, what I can do is go in here and look at a filled order and actually open it up, and it will show me how it broke down and the exit on it so I can understand what the exit was. So even though the price is saying 251 right now and I set a limit of 250, I can see what I got filled at here. So if I want an accurate price depiction of where I exited, so right now it's 1016 on Gopro or 1015 on Gopro, I can see that my buy order filled at 977. I very rarely exit on a loss. I think I did about 40 trades last week, and 3 were a loss. 2 or 3 were a loss. So I don't do a lot of losing. I have an 80+% win average typically. I don't think we see any of those meme stocks bounce back because, well, I mean, you might see a little something at noon when the West Coast wakes up, but I think by and large, you're not going to see it. But remember, guys, that you should definitely not be trading what I trade because remember, there's a lot of people that I'm in here, for example, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to hold this till Q4. Mara, for example, right? Like, oh, I'm going to hold Mara till Q4. And I said that today. I'm going to hold it till Q4, right? You can come in tomorrow, though, and I could be like, oh, by the way, I exited after hours. You'd be like, what the heck? You said Q4, and now I'm down $800. I didn't tell you to buy or sell squat. That's not what we do here. Disclaimer, I am not a financial expert. Take a look at me. Look at me. I look like a Canadian hobo, okay? You should not be trading what I trade. I trade at an extremely high risk level. You guys want to see my risk level compared to most? Here, I'll show you. So you guys can open up my portfolio over here on TipRanks. We can go over here. They do this really great thing on TipRanks for a portfolio analysis. So I'm going to go over here and get my portfolio analyzed. Okay, so here would be a low risk portfolio over here, okay? And then here would be the average TipRanks portfolio right here in the middle. That's kind of where the average likes to lie. And then my portfolio is over here. It's actually off of this scale. The scale is usually a 1 to a -1. My risk is a 2.5. I broke the scale. I am off of the scale. I don't look like a Canadian hobo? Well, thank you. Do you need to pay to use TipRanks? There is a free version, but there is also a, yeah, it's over 9,000. I broke the scale. with my risk. So guys, you know when you go to the bank and you meet with a financial advisor, which you should do, by the way, before you get into trading, you should meet with a financial advisor to discuss your plan, your strategy, what you're trying to work towards, yada, 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 et cetera, et cetera. I do recommend that you do go see a financial professional. They are amazing people that can help you really lay out a solid plan. But for degenerates like me that are in here and doing this, you also do need to decide on risk levels for yourself. But when you meet with a financial advisor, one of the things that they are going to ask you is that's TD Canada Trust. So that's Thinkorswim for Canada, K9. Yeah, I saw that, Jacob. We saw that this morning. So when you meet with a financial advisor, one of the first questions they're going to ask you is, okay, what level of risk are you open to in regards to your portfolio? And they're going to show you this fun little chart. Okay, and on one side it's going to be a one, which would be something like treasuries or GICs, that kind of stuff, bonds. That's really, really low risk. Not a lot of growth potential to it, but it's really considered stable, right? GXO gifting that sweet sub to Jacob. Thanks, GXO. Welcome back to the club, Jacob. And then on the 10 side, it would be things that are a little bit more volatile. Well, actually, a lot more volatile. The reason why my risk portfolio is so high, so let's see the volatile stocks. It doesn't like Mara. It doesn't like ACB. It doesn't like my graphene play. It just has a lot of plays that are in my portfolio that are fairly large holdings, are ones that have a ton of movement. Does the chart have pictures? What do you mean? Oh, do I have a picture book? I mean, I could do a picture book. I could probably write a picture book up. Okay. My portfolio is 96% more volatile than other tip ranks portfolios. So the average tip ranks portfolio is 1.4. Most volatile stocks that people typically trade are Neo, Square, and AMD. Mine is not quite double, but close to double. I don't know about NOU. My graphene play is a different company than that, but really I just have my graphene holding there to remind me that that is a sector. Yeah, for sure, guys. What do you think a good amount of trades to judge effectiveness? So for me, guys, with my journal, I run a strat until it really cucks me. And so the more consistent I am with those trades, where I see more and more of the solid trades really come in, the better off that will be. Yeah, red. Guys, there are a few streamers who have said that they've had wives or significant others, parents emailing them saying, "What the hell? You made my kid or my husband or my significant other or whoever lose all of their money." Later, GXO, enjoy that sauna, man. So there have been significant others contacting streamers saying, "What the hell? You're to blame for whoever losing money." If I ever get a message from your wife, your husband, your daughter, your son, your grandma, your whoever, my response will be, "I ain't in no way responsible for any of you guys. You are utter degenerates. I love you, but I am not responsible for your ass. I've got enough children. I don't need 145 more of you." You know what I mean? Here's my portfolio versus their portfolio. So a couple things that you can notice almost right away is that I have a far less diversified portfolio than what these guys have. I have much heavier weightings in my larger positions. My dividend yield is a bit of a joke. Compared to the best performing tip ranks, I'm still like it's night and day. It's so different. And then my exposure to ETFs, I don't really do a ton of exposure. QQQ is the most held ETF. Your ferret bought the GME puts? Damn ferret. All right, guys, it is that time, though. It is 11 o'clock. So what we're going to do is I'm going to finish up on the day. Thank you so much. I will be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 11. If you're not following, follow. I will be back. But for today, we are going to head over and we are going to hang out with none other than the one, the only, Martini Rita. She doesn't talk like that. I don't even know why I did that voice. Don't tell her I did that. She'll hit me with a flip flop. It'll be painful. I will see you tomorrow morning, guys. 9 a.m. Later, later, later.
Millennial,
Mm-hmm.
you might want to take a look at DuPont.